Hey guys, what's up? It's Bronto75 here and welcome back to my channel. So today I am continuing my retrospective on the classic Mega Man series, in which I will be playing every single main series game with the exception of some spin-offs. So last time we played through Mega Man 4, which I claim to be my favorite classic Mega Man game of all time, and I love it for every single reason that I've mentioned in that video, so go check that out if you haven't already. But for today, we're going to be playing Mega Man 5, released in 1992 for the NES, in which I think is vastly underappreciated and underrated. And I will be explaining why once we start going through it. So without further ado, let's get started. In the year 20XX, oh wow, we got Proto Man. And some new robot masters, I think. A vicious army of robots is bent on destroying the world. Don't tell me Proto Man's the bad guy here. And behind this destruction is... there's Dr. Light. Oh god, he's gone. What? Did Proto Man just kidnap Dr. Light? His creator? No freaking way, it's Proto Man. Okay, well, then again, there was already something pretty sketchy about him in Mega Man 3, where we had to fight him 4 times. And in Mega Man 4, he only appeared once, where he saved Dr. Cossack's daughter while he was fighting Mega Man. So, I really wonder what he's up to. Anyways, I love this game's title screen, and oh my god. I really hate that I really hate how they don't really give you enough time to look at the title screen, but yeah. And I love this theme too. But yeah, this is Mega Man 5 for the NES that released back in 1992. And as I said, I do think this game is kind of underrated. A lot of people say that this game is their least favorite of the classic Mega Man games on the NES. Honestly, I have to disagree with a lot of criticisms on this game though, because I actually think this game is pretty good. I think one of the only downsides in this game are probably some of the Robot Master weapons, but I'll get into more on that later. So, typical Mega Man fashion, Mega Man has 8 different Robot Masters that he has to fight, and this time it's done by, I guess, Proto Man. At least that's what we saw in that promotional image right there. Anyways, we got Star Man, Wave Man, Charge Man, Stone Man, Gravity Man, Crystal Man, Napalm Man, and Gyro Man. We're going to be taking on Star Man first, because not only is his stage very easy, and not only is he an easy boss fight, but defeating him will grant us access to a very useful special item, in which I am going to be using a lot throughout this video. So let's do this. Alright, so it looks like this takes place in outer space, which kind of reminds me of Gemini Man stage from Mega Man 3. The only difference is that it has a gravity gimmick, so yep. Okay, so I never brought this up in the previous videos, but whenever Mega Man is underwater, for some reason he's able to jump higher, which I found to be super odd, but can be also useful at the same time. And apparently it works here as well in this stage, so it's pretty nice. You had something like this in Mega Man 04, I think. I don't remember which stage it was, but yeah, you had something like that. You had something like that in that game as well. Alright. So yeah, Starman stage is pretty simple. I do like how it has the gravity gimmicks where Mega Man can jump higher, you know, as if he's underwater. So yeah, I honestly can't believe I didn't bring up the whole him jumping higher underwater thing in the previous videos, but yeah. But yeah, that is something that a lot of characters can do in most games. X can do it as well in the X series, and of course Zero, as I mentioned earlier, in both his series and in the X series. Alrighty, so what's new to this game is that, so you're probably noticing that Mega Man's Mega Buster is even more powerful than it was in Mega Man 4, in which it does double. I think it does double damage. So I think okay, I forgot to look it up before recording, but yeah, Mega Man has been equipped, well, Mega Man's Mega Buster has been equipped to be much more powerful than it was in the last game. But it does have some downsides though. Ooh, nice! Barely dodged that enemy right there. That was super close, but thank God I got that off. But here is Starman right here. Alright, and his main thing is that he loves to jump around, and he will throw his star crash at you. So it's pretty simple. So the trick that I'm trying to do here is that I'm trying to get him to fire at me while he's in the air, but it's really hard to do. Okay, you didn't do it that time. That's fine. Good. Good. Okay. I'm not getting the right pattern, but this is fine. I do know that it's possible. Oh, yes. Okay. Extra hit. Okay. I do know that it's possible to hit him through his Star Crash shield. I've tried that multiple times. I'm just not that good at getting it off. Alright, one more hit. Dang it, dude. Okay, I didn't think it was gonna jump there. But that was it for Starman. Super easy fight. Oh wow, same victory theme from Mega Man 4. Okay, Capcom, I see you. Also, I love this weapon get theme. But anyways, we got Star Crash and we got Super Arrow, which is basically the magnet beam of this game, in which you can use to traverse through areas. And I feel like it's better than the magnet beam because not only do you go fast with it, but there's like a lot of cool tricks that you can do with the Super Arrow. So I am going to be trying it in this next stage, which is Gravity Man. Let's do this. But yeah, I was gonna say, so there is a drawback with the Mega Buster in this game. So like Mega Man 4, Mega Man can charge his Buster, as we already saw multiple times in Starman stage. But the drawback is that if Mega Man is hit while he's charging it, he will get interrupted. I never understood that. I honestly never understood that because that never happens in any other game. Well, it does happen again in Mega Man 6, which is unfortunate. So yeah, so there are times where it always throws me off, and it can be very frustrating at times. Anyways, we're on Gravity Man stage, and wow, look at this. So okay, so this stage has an anti-gravity gimmick, which is pretty interesting. So like, why do I feel like this was the inspiration of Death Egg Zone from Sonic 3 and Knuckles? Because that stage also has an anti-gravity gimmick. And this game came out in 1992, and Sonic 3 came out in 1994. So this was like 2 years before that game. Anyways, I'm gonna do this trick right here with the Super Arrow. So just fire it like this, and you can stand on it, and you can pretty much just skip all those enemies right there. It is so sick. It's another reason why I love Mega Man 5. Like, this game is underrated. Like, I don't understand. Like, I just don't understand. Like, I don't think it gets hate. I don't think it gets hate, to be honest. But I do feel like it's a game that a lot of people just tend to look down at times. So yeah, I do think Mega Man 5 is a lot better than people think it is. Like, I actually think this is a super great game. I mean, not as great as Mega Man 4, and maybe not as much as Mega Man 2, but still, I actually really like this game. I think it's I really think it's underrated. Alrighty, first use of Star Crash right there. So that way, just so I can get past those enemies right there. Alright, anyways, we're coming up into Gravity Man, who is also a super easy boss fight. And throughout the boss fight, he will change gravity. So you just gotta time your Star Crash shots. Nice. Okay. Taking damage there, but that's fine. There we go. I was hoping I would end it when, you know, like when he switches gravity in the middle. And then, like, Mega Man will be back in the normal gravity. It would have been sick right there, but it's fine. Anyways, by beating Gravity Man, we have by beating Gravity Man, we have access to the Gravity Hold, which is a weapon that I probably won't be using a whole lot aside from the next Robot Master, who is of course Gyro Man. And Gyro Man is one of my favorite stages in this game because I love the soundtrack, because I love his theme. It's literally one of the best in the game. And it reminds me a whole lot of Airman stage from Mega Man 2, mainly because it takes place on a sky. Alright, so I'm going to... Okay, so just in case, I'm going to save state because there is a trick that I want to pull off with the super arrow. So this requires precise timing. Yes, okay, nice. I got it first try. So what I just did right there, so you have to do this with the very right timing. So the second Mega Man reaches the edge of the screen there, and if you jump at that very instance, like at least like a split second before the screen transition, yeah, he'll actually keep his momentum, and then he can fire another super arrow, at the top of the screen, and yeah, you can literally just skip that whole section right there. And of course, like in the other Mega Man videos, I will be performing some some techniques and tricks, and this is definitely the highlight. Okay, I got it first try too. Okay, I had to save state there just in case if I mess it up. But yeah, I'm actually surprised I got that first try. Yep, another reason why I love Mega Man 5. It's such a good game. Ready? So yeah, this is a pretty straightforward stage. I'm so glad I got to pull out those tricks first try. Ready? Okay, gotta watch out for this dude. Okay, close. Why does he look like Guts Man from Mega Man 1? I don't know why. So yeah, so in the previous two stages, so you saw me collect those letters. Those actually unlock a robot bird named Beat. And there's one right here. Using Star Crash to negate damage. Yes, okay, first try, let's go. Whew. Super close. But yeah, by collecting those letters there, by collecting all, okay, so there are a total of 8 letters that you can collect, and if you manage to grab, wow, okay, I died there. But if you manage to grab all the letters, if you manage to grab all the letters, you have access to a robot bird named Beats, and which was actually created by Dr. Cossack. Now they never actually tell you this in game, so you pretty much had to look up some guides or read the instruction manual for the game. But yeah, and you're gonna see why later, because he is freaking broken. Like, not only does he attack enemies, but he can also demolish. How is that? Okay, how is that damaging? How is that touching me? Okay, I feel like I'm gonna have to save state. Because I've never gotten killed by that. What is the hitbox of that spike there? It's so weird. Oh my god. I am messing up so badly, jeez. How many lives do I have? Oh jeez, okay. Hold up. Getting a Let's Play curse, of course. Okay, I'm gonna save state here, because I don't know how I'm getting killed by that spike. That's so weird. Okay. I've never gotten killed by that. This even happened during my practice run, so I don't understand why that is. Okay, thank God. Jeez, man. I cannot believe that happened twice. So weird. Anyways, so we're on the last stretch of the stage. Is this enough? Okay. Wow, just barely. Yeah, I'm not gonna risk it. Yeah, I love this. I really love this name. I'll just damage boost. I don't care. Alrighty, so we're coming up into Gyro Man, who is also a very easy fight, and he is weak to Gravity Man. So let's do it. And the cool thing about Gravity Hold is that it will pretty much hit Gyro Man no matter where he is on screen. I messed it up. Okay. Dang it, man. It's so hard doing these cleanly with commentary. And you're dead. Okay. Hopefully I won't make that same mistake in the refight. Yeah, because I accidentally activated the move again while he was in his iframe period, but it's fine. It is fine. Alrighty, so by beating him, we get the gyro attack, which is probably the best weapon in the game, I think. So yeah, I believe it's useful against the more stronger enemies. Anyways, we're gonna be taking on Crystal Man next. I'm not sure if I like the Robot Master designs in this game. Like, it's one thing that I can agree with some people on, is that I feel like the designs of the Robot Masters are not really that appealing in my opinion. I do like Starman so far, and I also do like a Charge Man's design though. But we will get to him once we do. But yeah, alrighty. So we're gonna use Star Crash right here to negate damage from these crystal thing. Okay, I've never had that happen. Yeah, I was not expecting to have was not expecting to have some deaths in this video. I don't typically get a game over in this game, but I'm not surprised, because since I'm recording, of course, stuff like that's gonna happen. Okay. But yeah, on to Crystal Man stage right here. Okay, so I do know that there is a glitch that you can perform there with those enemies. I don't know how exactly it works, but you had to purposefully take damage and then lose all your health, and I believe it's frame perfect to where so like when the second enemy with the with the floating head spawns, I think in that instance you have to purposefully die there, and then for some reason the game it'll take a while for Mega Man to respawn, and I believe it lasts for a total of 45 seconds. I think I don't particularly know how that works, but yeah, the first time I saw that, it was insane. My jaw literally just dropped. Like, it really just goes to show how amazing speedrunners are. So yeah. Anyways, we got Eddie returning from Mega Man 4. Okay, so nice. I was trying to get him to drop an E-Tank because I will be needing it just in case. So yeah, so he pretty much just works. He pretty much behaves exactly as he did in Mega Man 4, in which he will randomly dispense an item. And of course, like Mega Man 4, it's completely random on which item he will drop. So yeah, I did the same trick in the previous video. So it's always helpful. Okay, I'm gonna use Rush Jet here. I forgot to mention that beating Gyro Man gives us Rush Jet, which is great. And it still works the same as it did in Mega Man 4. So say goodbye to the broken Rush Jet from Mega Man 3. Ah, dang. Okay, I just realized I'm out of Star Crash energy. That's okay though. I will try to use the gyro attack. Love that gimmick. Love that gimmick right there. It kind of reminds me of Hydro City or Hydrocity from Sonic 3. Ouch. Are these the same enemies from Skullman stage in Mega Man 4? Just not realized that. Oh wow. Okay. I forgot there was already an E-Tank on the stage. Alright, and okay, I'm just gonna use Super Arrow to get up here. Oh yeah. Okay, so Okay, so we have, okay, so the rush coil in this game is a lot different. The rush coil in this game is a lot different from in Mega Man 3 and Mega Man 4, where in those games, the spring was located on Rush's back, and then Mega Man would have to jump on it to bounce high. But it's a lot different in this game, where the spring is located under Rush, and Mega Man has to stand on top of him, and then Rush will bounce up. I don't understand why they changed that for this game. So yeah, so I'm probably not gonna be using it. I'm probably not gonna be using it a lot throughout this video. Oh, nice. Okay, I got the letter. Yeah, I really hate that letter placement. Like that can be easily missed in your first playthrough, or at the very least if you're trying to go for the letters for the first time. Okay, I'm gonna save that. Okay, so I just got this mastery tank in which will refill all my weapons, but I'm gonna save it for later. Ah, dang. Okay, that was a fail. That's fine. Ooh, close. Alright, so we're coming up into Crystal Man. Yeah, a lot of boss fights in this game are pathetically easy, I don't know why. But even still, we cannot let our guard down. Shoot. Oh, come on, hit. He was still in this iframe animation. Oh my god, I suck with this weapon. Okay, there we go. Okay, so the thing is with Gyro Man's weapon is that it works similarly to Magnet Man. It works similarly to Magnet Man's weapon from Mega Man 3. However, unlike Magnet Man's weapon from Mega Man 3, it doesn't home in on enemies. So instead, you have to manually control the weapon to move either up or down by pushing up or down the D-pad, obviously. And yeah, it can be pretty difficult to time at times. So that's why you saw me struggling there a bit with the weapon. But yeah, it's gonna. I've just never been good at controlling the distance of that weapon. Anyways, by beating Crystal Man, we get the Crystal Eye, and it's the weakness of Napalm Man, and who's going to be our next Robot Master. And I love this track right here. Ready? And wow, okay. Okay, so we have these tiger enemies right here, in which I feel may be the inspiration for Neon Tiger from Mega Man X3. Jeez, I just love the amount of loot. I just love the amount of foreshadowings to the X series throughout the classic series. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Ready? Alright, so for this part we need to use our Mega Buster because you have to get rid of these things very fast, because if they touch you, you will die instantly. Okay, there we go. That was the last one. But yeah, one thing that I noticed when doing practice runs on this game is that some of these enemies have much bigger health than in all the previous games, to the point where even the auto fire is not going to be enough to take them out. It's not going to be enough to take them down instantly. So it's at this point where you have to rely on doing your charge shots or just using other weapons like the gyro attack. Anyways, I'm gonna do this trick right here with Rush Jet. Just skip all this and then avoid the last helicopter Sniper Joe. Yes, okay, very good. Alright, I'll probably just get some weapon energy. So please spawn one. Alright. Give one for gyro attack. Let's go. Alrighty, and gonna be doing another trick with the super arrow. So launch 1, 2, and 3, and skip another Atrocis section, and then grab that end letter. Oh god, okay, almost messed up with the slide. Alrighty, and kill this thing with the gyro attack. Yeah, so these enemies right here are okay. So these enemies, yeah. Even the auto fire is not enough to take them down instantly, and they still have a chance of firing their shot. So yeah, So I do think they're weak to the gyro attack, but it could be something else. We'll have to find out when we get to the database for this game. Okay, dodge that dude. Okay. Alright, just damage boost. Alrighty. Oh, come on. Okay, I'm just trying not to get hit by that spike there. Get that guy out of there. Okay. Ooh, okay. Yeah, that's very tricky. I'm just... Okay, so that's that right there is another trick that I've learned from speedrunners. Nice, okay. I got it first try. Woo! No deaths on the stage. Alrighty, so we're coming up to Napalm Man, and he's weak to Crystal Man. Let's do this. Oh god. Okay, I'm gonna use the control pad for this. And you're dead. Nice. But yeah, I was just trying to do... Okay, so there is a way that you can manipulate Napalm Man into only firing missiles instead of his napalm bombs. Because when he throws his napalm bombs, they cause the game to lag. So I think what the speedrunners do is that they try to distance themselves from Napalm Man by just staying further to the left of the screen to ensure that Napalm Man will not throw his napalm bombs. So yeah, that was the strat that I was trying to pull out there, but it's whatever. Because like I believe if you get like closer to him, that's when he jumps towards you, and then he'll start throwing his napalm bombs. But yeah. So if you are a speedrunner, you just gotta ensure that he will not do that move. Anyways, we're gonna be taking out Stone Man. And he's weak to Napalm Man. And okay, so I really do like Stone Man's design, and for some reason he reminds me so much of the Stone Warriors from the TMNT series. Mainly from mostly the ones from the games, I think. Like Turtles in Time, Hyperstone Heist, and Shredder's Revenge. So yeah. And I remember my nephew Xavier said that they're also a lot similar to the Thing from Fantastic Four. So yeah, it's pretty something else. But yeah, we got this. I think this is our 6th letter. Yeah, 6th letter. I think. Okay, let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so this is our 6th one. And imagine if like if this were like a Mega Man X series game, or at least like the Mega Man X series has something similar to this, to where you would find collectibles, like the heart tanks, sub tanks, and the Dr. Light capsules. And I feel like that section right there is where they would have placed it. Alright. Yeah, fairly simple stage right here. Okay, gotta be careful and not get shot, like what just happened earlier. Okay, there we go. Alright, just ignore that flying enemy there. Alright, and there's another trick that I'm going to do with the super arrow. It's after this though. Okay, get rid of that dude. Avoid that shot. Nice. Get on my face. Alright, so coming up in the very next screen is where I'm gonna use the super arrow. What's in here? Oh! Wait, what? I've never seen this. What? This is my first time discovering this. I didn't know this was here. Wow. I've only been playing this game for 6 years. I've never known. I never knew there was a section there. Wow, that was insane. I'm discovering a lot of things for the first time in these videos. Anyways, I'm gonna do a trick right here with the super arrow. Will this work? Nope. Okay. I had a sick feeling I'm gonna mess that up. Okay, so I have to stand up here. Will this work? Yes. Okay. Another cool trick with the superhero, and make sure not to get hit by these enemies. Okay, good. Alright, damage boost because I don't care. Oh dang, okay, I could have gotten the that weapon energy there. That's okay though. That is alright. Oh wow, they brought back these enemies in Mega Man 11. They pretty much just do the the same exact thing. They just float towards you. Ready? We got these things again. Again, they remind me so much of those things from Hydro City from Sonic 3. I don't know why. Oh god. Okay, do they respawn? Okay, I'm gonna try this. Okay, nice. Okay, this also works. Oh yeah, I needed the health since I was trying to jump over that I was trying to jump over that shield enemy, but apparently I just didn't have enough momentum. It's fine. Nice. Alright, we got some super arrow energy, but I don't think I'll be needing it because I don't know how to get through this part with these mets and those the floating lyric enemies. Oh yeah, okay, I forgot to bring that up, but yeah, they brought, okay, so when you kill the oh nice, I made that jump. When you kill those mets there, they actually split into miniature versions of themselves. Okay, I'm gonna let this thing hit me so I can damage boost. But yeah, when you kill the mets, they actually split into miniature versions of themselves, and they actually brought back those enemies in Mega Man ZX. I believe it's the same stage where the big met from Mega Man 4 shows up. So yeah, I really love the amount of references that they put in the ZX series. But anyways, we're fighting against the snowman right here, and he can only be damaged while he's jumping. You see the look on his face when he jumps? It's so hilarious. Like, bro is so happy. But unfortunately, we had to kill him though because he was a nuisance. Crazy. Anyways, by defeating him, we get the worst weapon in the entire classic series, and it's the Power Stone. I never had any use for this move at all. So pretty much what it does is that Mega Man will throw rocks like in a 360 degree angle, and that's pretty much all it does. I never found any use for this weapon, and unfortunately it's weak to our next robot master, who is Charge Man. And Charge Man has Charge Man, pretty much like Dust Man in Mega Man 4, has a move where he's completely invulnerable, and even with the weakness, and even with his and he cannot be damaged. Like, even with the weakness, he is still invulnerable to it. So it's unfortunate. But yeah, you will be seeing why later. But anyways, we're gonna be taking on his stage right here. Okay, so oh dang. Okay, well, he's gonna respawn. Not that one. Wait for it. There we go. I was just trying to perform a trick there. And I'm gonna perform yet another trick with these super arrows. So I am gonna save state because I know that I'm not gonna get this off first try. Okay, so time your jump with the screen transition. Okay, no, I messed it up. Okay, I was supposed to fire another one. Dang it. I forget. No, okay. No, you have to fire just one. Okay, I think it works like this. Okay, so dodge. Okay, there we go. Nice. Okay, I know how I messed it up, but there we go. Of course, with the super arrow, with the super arrow, you skip a good chunk of the stage right there. So it's always satisfying. All right, so these chicken guys are weak to Napalm Man. I have seen speedrunners use Crystal Man's weapon. But I feel like Napalm Man is a lot better at killing these guys quickly. It does have a drop. Okay, so this move does have a drawback though. It's where, yeah. Okay, so it has limited mobility in the air. So I may try to use Crystal Man right here. Okay, so there is this next beat letter. Can I get it? Yes. Nice. Oh, dang. That's fine. Okay, I guess I'll try to use it against these train enemies here. There we go. Yeah, so okay, so these enemies, these enemies are kind of annoying because the second they expose themselves, they will immediately fire. So yeah, they're a lot difficult than the regular Met enemies from the previous games. So you have to do this with the the second they reveal themselves and when they're about to shoot, you gotta time your slide. You gotta time your slide perfectly, so that way you can easily dodge them. Alrighty, and then get rid of this dude with Napalm Man. Nice. Alrighty, and coming up into Charge Man, and he is weak to Power Stone. Again, the worst weapon, not just in this game, but in the entire classic series, and you're gonna see why. You're gonna see why right now. So I am gonna be performing a trick with this. Okay, I missed. Okay, so I'm gonna pause and unpause, so I can make those rocks despawn. Yes. Okay. Yeah, and yeah, that move right there. He is invincible when he does that. So even with the weakness, he will not take damage during that. Okay, nice. That was the last hit. I didn't realize. But yeah, another trick that I've seen speedrunners perform. So you activate the weapon, pause the game, and then unpause, and then all the rocks, and then the Power Stone will despawn. So yep. Thank you again to these speedrunners for teaching me that trick and these super arrow tricks. But of course, by beating him, we get the charge kick, which is probably my second favorite weapon in this game. I feel like it's a lot similar to Speed Burner from Mega Man X2, or at least the charged up version of it anyways. And it pretty much works as a melee weapon. So you're gonna see why in a moment, but we're gonna be taking on the last Robot Master, which is Wave Man, and he has the best. This is pretty much the best soundtrack in this game. I love it, and it also has the best. Set piece in the game as well. So yeah, we will be getting to that momentarily. So yep, we have Charge Kick activated. So when Mega Man slides, he creates some sort of a fiery effect, and it makes him nearly invincible to all obstacles. Now unfortunately, he does still take damage from a few attacks and some obstacles. Yeah, like this thing right here. So unfortunately, Mega Man cannot Charge Kick through it. He can Charge Kick through the gas though, which is nice. So yeah, I have seen speedrunners immediately activate the Charge Kick the second they enter the stage. So yeah, I guess it does save time. All right, so here's this pretty interesting gimmick, which surprisingly was brought back for Mega Man 9, but Mega Man for some reason is able to stand on these bubbles, in which I feel like should be able to pop the second he touches them, but it's video game logic, so it's video game logic, so I shouldn't really be surprised. So unfortunately, there's no super arrow tricks that we can do here, so all I can do is just this, so that it saves some decent time. Yep, and here it is. We're on a jet ski. Oh my god, man! Like, I can't believe they added a jet ski. They added a jet ski gimmick in an NES game from 1992. This is insane. And I feel like this was the inspiration of Jet Stingray stage from Mega Man X4, where X also rides a jet ski. So it's again, I just love the amount of connections between the classic and X series when it comes to stuff like this. But yeah. Alright, so we're about to fight a mini boss right here. So I am gonna jump to manipulate that shot into going upwards, because it's always fired at where you are. So yeah. I love doing exploits like that, but there we go. He's already defeated. And thankfully he does not have iframe, so that's probably one of the only times the auto fire is useful. Alright, and coming up is going to be the last letter, so I gotta make sure I don't miss it. Okay, I don't like how those sniper just come from behind. It's so annoying. Like, they can be pretty hard to predict. Ouch. Okay. It's coming up right here. We got it. Nice. So yeah, I have done practice runs on this game, obviously, just to make sure I don't do terrible. That's Sky. I was about to say Skyper from Mega Man X5, but that Gyro Man stage was pretty. That Gyro Man run was pretty awful. I cannot believe I died 3 times there. Alrighty, so we're coming up into Wave Man, and he's weak to the charge kick. So yeah, unfortunately, Wave Man. So Wave Man has a Wave Man's main move right there is the Water Wave. Unfortunately, Mega Man is not able to charge kick through it, as he will still take damage from it. But yeah, my only issue with the charge kick is that the second the animation ends, and if Mega Man stops where the enemy is, he will take damage. So yeah, I mean, I love the weapon, but it does take a lot of memorization and having full acknowledgement of the weapon. And okay, so the cool thing about Mega Man 5 on Game Boy is that Mega Man gets a weapon that's a lot similar to this and X's speed burner from Mega Man X2, where I believe he gets it from Pluto. One of the star droids in that game. And when he gets that weapon, so it's a chargeable weapon like the speed burner, and when the animation finishes, Mega Man will get iframes. So that's a move that I abuse a lot during tight situations, and that's something that I wish was done with the charge kick, and maybe also top spin for Mega Man 3. But yeah, it's literally that weapon is probably the best weapon in the entire classic series, and I do look forward to talking more about it when I get to that game for this retrospective. But anyways, we beat all the Robot Masters, and it's Okay, don't tell me that Proto Man was the one who made these Robot Masters. How would he know how to do that? And why did he kidnap Dr. Light? He's his creator. Oh my god, this makes no sense. And wow, he even made his own castles. Are you freaking kidding me, dude? My god. This game's story doesn't make any sense. Like, what is with all this stuff? But anyways, okay, so yep, it's once again doing that thing that Mega Man 4 did. It's got some 4 extra castle stages that we do need to go through before we confront Dr. Wily, who I feel may be behind this, but we'll have to find out later on. Alright, so we're gonna get rid of these things with Gyro Man's weapon. Alright, once again, it's got those not Neon Tiger enemies. And I don't know exactly what they're weak to, but I feel like a lot of people say that the Mega Buster works the best against pretty much everything in this game. So like this is completely the opposite from Mega Man 4, where pretty much all of the weapons in that game were super useful. I especially love the Pharaoh Shot. I love the Flash Stopper. I love Dust Crusher. I love the Skull Barrier. I love the Dive Missile. Oh gosh. No, I'm not gonna use Rush Coil. Oh gosh. Oh my god. Okay, that was close. Okay, I even forgot what I was gonna do there. Okay, so use Super Arrow to get up here. Will I be able to make this? Probably not. But yeah, Mega Man 4 had a lot of super good weapons. So yeah, there was like a mistake that I made in that video to where I said that Dive Man's weapon is similar to Boomer Kawenger's. No, it's actually similar to Launch Octopus's weapon from Mega Man X1. So yeah, I don't know how I made that mistake in that video, so whoops. That's what I get for playing the classic series so much as opposed to the X series. Because like when I first became a Mega Man fan back in 2018, when Mega Man 11 came out, I was playing a lot of the X series games. But 5 years later, well, at least after 2020, when I did my Mega Man X playthrough at that time, at the time I was playing a lot of the X series games, but literally 5 years later, I've started to appreciate the classic series a lot more. I think I might have said this in my Mega Man 1 video. But yeah, I think I remember saying at one point where I sucked a lot at the classic series, but 5 years later, I've gotten so much better at them. I'm not sure how it is though, but yeah, I'm honestly glad. So yeah, that's another reason why I decided to do this retrospective. Ready? Skip these disappearing and reappearing blocks with Rush Jet, and I'm gonna skip this one with the Super Arrow. Very nice. That's freaking good. And I love this theme, by the way. Oh yeah, and we have access to Beat, in which I guess I'm probably gonna use him for the boss of the stage. So which one will we need? I guess Rush Jet just in case. Okay, I didn't really use a whole lot of weapons here. Ready? And I'm gonna use Charge Kick. Use Charge Kick to get rid of this next guy. And just ignore these guys. They don't even try to attack you. They just move around. They just circle around Mega Man for no real reason. So thankfully that's the only time they appear in this game. Anyways, up against the first boss, against the I believe this is called the Dark Man. So yeah, we're gonna use Beat to take care of him right here. Oh gosh, it's hard to avoid that shot. Ooh, come on, Beat. Yes. Oh my gosh, there we go. Oh my god. Okay, I feel like I probably should have saved him for the second probably for the next stage, but yeah, I just remembered that he's weak to Water Wave. I probably should have just used that. I tend to forget about a lot of things. But yeah, you saw that, so Beat will home in on enemies and damage them. So it's super freaking cool. It reminds me so much of the Flicky Army of Death. Okay, well, I'm gonna be more specific, but it reminds me so much of these super flickies from Sonic 3 and Knuckles. When Tails transforms into his super state, and then these super flickies would come out, and then he would summon his super flickies that will pretty much do the exact same thing that Beat does in this game. So it's awesome. So yeah, and this is exactly what Dr. Cossack had made for Mega Man after owning up to his ways in the previous game. So it's always a pleasure. Oh my god. I don't like those enemies, they're so annoying. Ready? Gotta be careful right here. Gonna use Starman to negate damage from those guys right there. Alright. Not too bad. Okay, thank god. Alrighty, and use Charge Man to get past these Skeleton Joes. And yes, that is what they're called. Again, this is another weapon that a lot of people love to crap on for no real reason. I mean, yeah. I mean, I am aware of its drawback though, to where, you know, if the vulnerability ends. Wow, I did not mean to do that, but it actually worked. I was trying to pause the game. Ouch. I was trying to pause the game so that I can get a weapon refill. But wow, I managed to skip a decent chunk right there. Okay, can you guys stop hitting me, please? Okay. Oh yeah, and these guys will react to these guys will react to your attacks. So yeah, the second they reach to their lower position, that's where you can fire. Yeah, perfect. Alright, so far not a bad run. Does this work? Okay, yes. Yeah, these. Okay, so even the uncharged auto fire is not gonna be enough to take down those guys super easily. Okay, so I'm gonna try to get enough beat ammo for this next boss fight. So I am probably gonna try to get these enemies to respawn, and hopefully they will drop some some larger health pickups, because I'll need it for this next fight. There we go. Okay, just need a bit more. Ah, dang, I got hit. Okay. Come on, drop something. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this right here. Come on, dude. I need enough beat ammo. I'm probably not gonna be able to get this off, will I? Okay, one more time. Nope, okay. He's not gonna drop anything. What about you? Nope, alright. Well, if I run out of beat energy for this next fight, then I'll probably just use the weakness. Or no, just use the Mega Buster. Ah, dang, how did that hit me? Alright, get out of here, not Neon Tiger enemies. Get out of here. Ready? That dude just fell to his death right there. Alrighty, and alright, I'm gonna use beef for this one right here. Let's do it. Alright, so fighting off against the second Dark Man robot. Yeah, I forgot to say this, but these guys are a lot funner. These guys are a lot more fun to fight than the Dark robots from. These guys are a lot more fun to fight than the Dark robots from Mega Man 3, and they have their own original attacks. So yeah, I never understood that about Mega Man 3, but thankfully, Mega Man 4 and this game do it so much better. And you're dead. So yeah, he doesn't even try to attack you directly. He just walks around and has two shields circling around him. You can even do this without beat. Like just time your Mega Buster shots, and he'll pretty much just go down like a fly. Alrighty, so on to the third stage of Proto Man's castle. Again, I don't understand why this dude has a castle. He's a freaking robot. How would he know how to do all this? My gosh. Alright, just manipulate those things right there. Okay, thank God he didn't respawn. Yeah, it looks like we're nighttime now. Are we in outer space? Because if that's the case, then why isn't Mega Man jumping higher anymore? Why isn't Mega Man jumping higher? Really weird. Alright, and yeah, these guys will react as well. So charge kick right through that thing. Charge kick. Nice. I use Gyroman to get rid of those lyric enemies. And yes, that is their name. Thanks to Mega Man 11 for... Thanks to I think that one menu from Mega Man 11 that mentioned what those floating enemies are called. Okay. Alright, so this one's a pretty tricky section. Okay, close. Okay, I'm gonna use Star Crash to avoid taking damage. Have the shield take the hit. Oh no, okay. Somehow he missed. Hilarious. Alright, come on, fire. Yes. Alright, tough section here. Ooh, close. So yeah, you do see me tiptoeing a lot. That is something that I do in most of these classic games because there's like a lot of pits that you have to time your jumps over, and unfortunately, unlike Mega Man X, Mega Man does not have the ability to wall jump, so he pretty much has to do the precise timing of his jumps, so that way he won't fall into the pit. Okay, I just realized I'm gonna need some super arrow energy. Gosh. Gonna save state in case if I mess this up. And I have enough E-tanks, so we're fine. Will this work? Alright, perfect, it worked. Let's go. Okay, but I will be needing... Okay. Yeah, I may have to use my weapon tank for this one. Alrighty, so this is next Gutsman-like enemy coming up. Charge kick through him, or dodge him completely. That also works. There's another one. Not today, son. Alrighty, and I'm gonna use Rush Jet here to get past this. god, I hate how it causes the game to lag though. It's so stupid. What was going on with these? What was going on with the NES at the time? Like, can't even properly it can't even properly display anything without causing the game to lag. And I'm gonna use this because I'm gonna need it to skip through this part. But yeah, so I forget. So yeah, I did mention earlier from Crystal Man stage. But yeah, this is the first Mega Man game to feature the mystery tank. I think that's what they call it in this game, because it wasn't named that until Mega Man 9, in which that's where it wasn't named until Mega Man 9 where it was mentioned by name. But yeah, it does refill all your weapons, and it's really weird how it didn't come back. It's really weird how it didn't come back for Mega Man 6. Anyways, I'm gonna try this, see if it works. That's why I am save stating, because I know I'm not gonna get some of these off first try. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, try again. See if this works right here. Oh my god. Okay, just go high up then. And we'll take a damage boost. Oh, nice. Okay, perfect. Okay, take a damage boost. That's fine. Alright, because I'm going to be... Or actually, no, I don't need beat for this. Okay, so I'm going to do this one trick that I've seen speedrunners do. So we're going to be fighting against Darkman 3. Okay, pay attention to the visual cue. Wow, easy. Okay, so the trick that I just did there, so Darkman number 3 will always fire his rings based on Mega Man's positioning. So what I just did there, and it's a lot similar to what I did in the Waveman mini boss, is that I jumped to manipulate him into firing upwards, so that way I can get in. So that way I can get more shots in. And yeah, you just gotta do it, rinse, repeat, and then he will easily die there. So yeah, again, another reason why I like doing these videos is that another reason why I'm doing this retrospective, like on this series, is to showcase a lot of techniques and tricks performed by speedrunners. So yeah, because I already mentioned it in the previous videos, but watching those speedrun videos can help learn a lot of new tricks, and it can help out on on repeat playthroughs. So yeah, just view my Mega Man 3 and Mega Man 4 videos for more details. Anyways, we're coming up into Proto Man. What the heck? Don't tell me we have to fight this donut hole again. Whoa! Dang, he almost killed Mega Man with just a shot. What? Oh, okay, I see. So it was a fake the whole time. Are you kidding me, dude? Whatever. Anyways, this is Darkman number 4, the final one of these series of robots. I have a sick feeling that Dr. Wily may be behind this. Yeah, he has a simple attack pattern, so he will either shoot or jump and release his shield. So it's a lot like Darkman number 2. And you're dead. Wow. Imagine losing to a bird. Seriously, I love Beat in this game. He is so broken, and he is so powerful. You've done well, Mega Man. I never expected you to defeat my powerful Darkman robot. Of course it was Wily the whole time. Until now, I have managed to frame Proto Man for my crimes. But now the real Proto Man has appeared and spoiled my plan. Dr. Light is a captive in my lab. Come if you dare. Ha ha ha. I don't understand why the text is moving so slow right there. I'm pretty sure Wily was speaking a lot faster than that. I love how he does the thing with the eyebrows sometimes. But of course, typical Dr. Wily fashion, he was the one behind all of this, so he framed Proto Man and had one of his Darkmans had one of his Darkman robots in disguise kidnap Dr. Light as we saw in the opening cutscene. So, yep. This might be the worst story in the classic series so far. Like, what is this? Like, a lot about it is super confusing. Like, why would Proto Man turn on... Wow, I died there. But why would Proto Man turn on his creator like that? Like, we saw in Mega Man 3 that he was the very first robot that Dr. Light had created. So, I don't understand this. I don't really understand this. Like, this game's story makes no sense. Anyways, we're on the first stage of the Wily Castle. So yeah, so it's pretty much a repeat of what Mega Man 4 did. So you just go through the first set of Wily Castles with and then after fighting him, we get to fight Wily himself. Yeah. Not particularly a fan of these stages though. Well, not particularly a fan of the level design of some of these stages though, because I feel like Mega Man 4's Wily Castle stages were a lot better, but they're not too bad, thankfully. Like, not Mega Man X6 bad or anything, so that's a plus. Do I want to use my mystery tank here? Okay, no, I'll just use Rush Shot. Don't hit me. Okay, thank God. I'll probably just save it for later. Alright, so kill this dude right here to prevent him from spawning. Okay, I'm gonna have to use Rush Coil again. Again, I don't like Rush Coil in this game. I don't understand why they changed it. It's literally one of those if it ain't broke, don't fix it situations. Like, it was already fine in Mega Man 3, and in Mega Man 4, I only ever used it once because I got the balloon item in Pharaoh Man stage. So that ended up replacing the Rush Coil, but oh my god, I don't understand why they had to change it in this game where the spring is located underneath Rush's body. And Mega Man has to jump on him so that Rush can jump with him. It's so stupid. It's no wonder I used it once in Mega Man 4. I kind of wish they brought back the balloon in this game, or in the future games. And another reason why I loved Mega Man 4 was the wire that you get in Dive Man stage, which is also gone in this game. So yeah, it is unfortunate. It makes about as much sense as X losing his armors in the next few games. Anyways, so they decided to bring back this gimmick from Dustman stage in. They decided to bring back this gimmick from Dustman stage in Mega Man 4. It's still in pretty much like that stage. It's a lot harder than in that stage, and thankfully, it's not as bad as Metal Shark Player stage in Mega Man X6, thank God. So yeah, you only have to go through it once. Not sure why that is, but it's whatever. Alrighty, I'm gonna need some more time to charge my shot to get rid of these cannons here. Alright, and just auto-fire them. That was close, almost got hit by that guy. Nice. Perfect succession there. Alrighty. Get more super arrow energy. Alright, so yeah, I am using OBS to record this, so that way I don't have to edit in my voiceovers. I don't have to try to edit in the voice recordings with the game audio, where I'd have to make sure they're perfectly synced in. So yeah, one thing that I'm hoping for is that I'm just really hoping there aren't going to be some severe bitrate issues. Anyways, on to the first boss of Wily Castle 1. And this one I have a hard time fighting against because when you get those platforms, when you hit those platforms, it causes these green guys to spawn, and they're pretty annoying to deal with. And yes, of course they are weak to Crystal Man here. Okay. Nice, okay. Woo! Okay, that wasn't... I need to stop saying okay so much. But yeah, that was not as bad as I thought it'd be, because I struggled a lot on this fight. Because I always get screwed over by those green floating guys. Alrighty, so on to Wily Castle stage 2? Yeah, stage 2. Almost got confused there. Alright, so this one's pretty decent, so just gotta get rid of these weird looking enemies here. Alright, time I jump. There we go. Will I make this jump? Yes. Okay. I tell you, those spikes, like the hitbox of some of the spikes in these games are very larger than they need to be. Alright, so I'm gonna use B right here to get rid of these things right here. I don't know how I forgot to do that in Darkman stage 1. But yeah. I love this bird. Thank you to Dr. Cossack for creating this guy. I look forward to seeing him in the next games. He does come back in Mega Man 6, but unfortunately Beat is not as useful as he going to be as useful as he is in this game, so it's unfortunate because he does still attack enemies but not bosses. So I'm guessing Capcom probably knew this and decided to remove it, which I guess I can understand since Beat is pretty much too OP. I guess it's pretty much for the same reason as removing, Rush being able to rush moving in every direction in Mega Man 3, and also Mega Man 2 on Game Boy. So yeah, I guess I can see the reason. Alright, get out of here. Just beat energy just in case. Alright, I'll save that weapon tank just in case. Alright, come on, dude, get out of here. There we go. So yeah, Mega Man can jump higher both underwater and in space. He's pretty much one of the only video game characters that can do that. And I love seeing these Met enemies turn into miniature versions of themselves, in which I'm so glad that they brought back in the ZX series. Yeah, I just remembered that they're also they're also in ZX Admin as well. Okay, alright, I'm gonna use gravity hold. Normally I would damage boost here, but I don't know how it is. I forgot to do that. Ready, and for this next set of enemies, I'm gonna use charge kick. I love this weapon. Ready, and kill this guy with Napalm Man. Right here. There is a way you can successfully jump over those chickens, but I've never been good at doing that, so just do it the old-fashioned way. Ah, no! Dang it. Okay, I tried to pull off a trick there. Let's try again. Okay. Try again. Okay, barely. Ooh. What kind of enemy placement is that? Like, there's a chance that that guy will hit you. Okay, and then charge kick again. Nice. Ooh. Super close. Alrighty, so onto this next boss, in which I think is probably the hardest in the game. I don't know what it's called. I'll find that out in the database for this game. But yeah, he's pretty difficult. He loves to float around the room. And yeah, he fires a shot, so gotta avoid that. Oh gosh. And it's super easy to get hit by those orange balls there. And I'm running out of Gyro Man energy. Jump. Okay. I think this shows up in the next stage. So just in case. Oh my god, that can't be ear grating after a while. Come on, over your hatch. Alright, there we go. Wow. I didn't even struggle that much compared to my practice runs. What the heck, dude? Oh my gosh. This game's soundtrack is also super underrated too. Like Wave Band soundtrack is the best one, but there's a few others. Oh, okay, I was right. It does show up. The Mystery Tank. Is it called Master Tank or Mystery Tank? I don't know. But yeah, the mystery tank also shows up in the stage. But yeah, this game's soundtrack is also underrated. Also super underrated. Waveman soundtrack is the best one. I love Gravity Man's theme. I also love Napalm Man. I love Gyro Man. I love the Dark Man Castle theme. Like, this game's soundtrack is super good. Like, not as great as Mega Man 2, Mega Man 3, and Mega Man 4, but it is still freaking awesome. Of course, in your typical Mega Man fashion, we have to do a boss rush, where we have to fight all the previous Robot Masters again before fighting against the final boss. So Napalm Man shows up in here, so I'm gonna defeat him first because there is a super difficult trick that you can do there. So I have to try and see. I think I was closer to him. Come on, don't do it again. Damn it, dude. Okay, thank God. It's fine. Okay, well that was a bad fight. But yeah, there's a trick. Okay, so there's a trick that you can do here is that you can actually skip. So you can actually clip through. You can actually clip through this wall, and you can skip the entire boss rush. So how it's performed is that you have to fire the super air wall on the ladder, and then you do a slide. Yeah, I cannot pull it off. It is so difficult. Again, I don't know how those speedrunners do it. They make it look so easy. Jeez. If you guys know how to do it, just let me know in the comments. But yeah, like I'm pushing down in the X button and I cannot get off the slide. Yeah, it's unfortunate. So yep, so of course we're gonna have to do this the old-fashioned way. Yeah, that's another reason why I love doing these videos, is that I just love doing the tricks that I've learned from the speedrunners, and they help out a lot on repeat playthroughs and being able to get a lot of faster times. Okay. Gosh. Gravity Man is not giving me the right pattern. Okay, there we go. Ready, and okay, so another weird thing. Who shows up in here? Okay, wait, man. But yeah, another weird thing about this game is that, so like during these refights, the background is the exact same as it was from the stages where we fought them in. So was this game rushed or something? I don't want to assume that's the case, or maybe like when they maybe at some point when they were about to finish developing the game, that's when they decided to do this, like make the background the exact same as in these stages for where they were fought in. It's so odd. And another game that did this was Mega Man Extreme 2 on the Game Boy Color. So I don't understand that. It's so weird. Come on, Wave Man, give me the right pattern, dude. There we go. So weird. Alright, so this is Stone Man, and he's weak to Napalm. Oh, yeah, I do remember. So there was this one joke that a lot of people would make about Napalm Man's weapon. I don't really know the full context to it, but I feel like it may refer to something else. And interestingly, in Tails Adventure, which came out 3 years after this game, Tails also has a move which is also called Napalm Bomb. That is so funny. Like I even saw fan art of it on Twitter, where like he was devilishly holding the weapon. It is super hilarious. Okay, so yeah, Starman is weak to Waveman's weapon. I probably should have used it against Darkman number 1, because he is also weak to Waveman's weapon. Unfortunately, that's gonna be the only time you will see this weapon used in this video. Alrighty, up against Crystal Man again. I was about to say Gyro Man. I swear, because they're both green, I often confuse them at times. Ouch. I couldn't fire another shot. Of course, because this is an NES game, you can only fire one at a time. There we go. Alrighty, bad fight, but it's fine. Alright, so okay, I think that's Charge Man. Okay, I'm gonna fight Gyro Man in here. He's weak to Gravity Man. Let's not mess it up this time. You're dead. I love how that indicates where he's about to spawn there, where we saw the exploding bubbles there. Right, here's Charge Man, and once again we have to use Stone Man to take care of him. So do the same thing as in the original fight. So activate the weapon, pause, unpause to make them despawn, and then activate it again. What the heck, dude? Stop! Charge Man, you're not giving me the right pattern, dude. Okay. Remember, he's invincible when he does that move. Okay, that was close. Oh god, I didn't realize I pushed left on the D-pad. Okay, last hit. Stop! Oh my god. I swear, Charge Man likes to give me a super bad pattern at times. Like, sometimes he'll just dash at you with no warning. Alright, so we got Wily right here, and okay, once again, I'm gonna have to use the mystery tank. Oh my god, this gets ear grating after a while. My god, why can't this go faster? But yeah, he is weak to Starman. Alright, so you just gotta wait for the right moment. So when he lands, immediately throw the Star Crash at him, and then just rinse and repeat until the fight's over. Ready? And sometimes when Wily lands on the ground there, sometimes he can't alter your gravity. So I think you pretty much just have to jump at the right time before he lands, so that way you can get in the shot. Ready? So I'm just jumping like this because it's gonna be hard to predict where he'll land. Okay, so I think it's 2 more hits. Okay, 1 more hit. Gotta make sure not to touch the spikes. Let's go. Yeah, a lot of bosses in this game are way too easy. It's pretty much a lot like Mega Man 2's easy mode. Yeah, it's a lot like Mega Man 2's normal mode. Rather, I don't know why I said easy mode, but technically it was the the normal difficulty in that game is the easy mode, because difficult mode was actually actually at the same difficulty as the difficult mode, of course. Okay, let me rephrase that. Oh my god, I mess up sometimes, but yeah, in the Japanese version of Mega Man 2, there was no easy mode, but they decided to add that for. They decided to add that for the US version of the game. So yeah, just view my one-shot video on that game for more details. Alright, so get rid of that thing with Napalm Man. Ready? And charge kick through this cannon. Okay. Yeah, there's no way. Okay, so there's a second walker enemy, and there's no way to get past it. So you're just gonna have to do this. Or a damage boost. I don't care. Alrighty, so on to the final boss of this game. Alrighty, let's do this. So fighting off against Wily again, just like in all the other, since Mega Man 2, you would always have to fight Wily twice. Alright, so he is weak to the super arrow, which is interesting. For once, we're actually using it as a weapon. Alrighty, so that's the first phase down. That was easy. Alright, and on to the second phase, in which gonna be the most hilarious part, as he is weak to beat. Pretty crazy, huh? Alright, so it's a lot like the Mega Man 4 final boss, where Dr. Wily will randomly spawn, and there are times where Beat will track Wily's position. So sometimes he does it and he's not doing it for some reason, so I can't predict where Wily's going to appear. Come on. Oh my god. I swear, if he spawns in front of me. Come on. Dang it. Come on, Beat, why aren't you tracking him? Okay, this is gonna be tricky. Yep, he spawned in front of me. I had a sick feeling that would happen. Okay, now he tracks, so where is he gonna show up? Alright, move over here. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna use an E-Tank. I think he's gonna spawn in front of me again. Come on, get him, get him. Oh my god. Yeah, sometimes he tracks Wily, other times he doesn't. I don't understand why that is. Yes, okay, thank you. Okay, he's gonna spawn there. Perfect. Nice, good boy. Good boy, Beats. Okay, he's gonna spawn right there. Okay, and 1 more hit. Oh, okay, last hit, last hit. And it's over. I love Beat, man. He is so OP. He's literally so OP in this game. So yep, Wily literally lost to a bird. Can you imagine how embarrassing that is? But there's Dr. Wily, thank God, and he's doing the please forgive me thing again. But yep, Dr. Wily has been saving. What is happening? Whoa! I didn't know Mega Man was that strong. Dang. And okay, and we got to hear Proto Man's whistle once again. But wow, he managed to lift the entire wall right there. And that's the 5th time Dr. Wily got his castle destroyed, and Proto Man just leaves. And that's it. Wow, that's it? Okay, what? Did they? Okay, so did the people at Capcom just ran out of ideas for a compelling story or something? Because I feel like not much even happens here. It's like Proto Man was just Proto Man just did mostly nothing throughout the entire game up until in Darkman Stage 4, where Mega Man almost dies and Proto Man shows up at the last second to give him an L tank. And then after that, he just does nothing. Well, he does save Mega Man and Dr. Light, but then after that, it's just. And the whole framing thing, I mean, I've seen that done before in other media, you know, such as in Sonic Adventure 2, which came out I think 9 years after this game. But yeah, this might be the most mediocre Mega Man or classic Mega Man plot we've come across so far. I mean, we didn't really see. I mean, Mega Man 1 didn't really have much of a story, unless if you look through the instruction manuals. But I did love what Mega Man 2, 3, and 4 did. Now, even though Mega Man 3's story was a bit convoluted with the Doc Robot things, at least it still explained the origins of Proto Man and how he was the first to be created by Dr. Light. But for this game, it's like, what? Nothing much really happens here. It's a lot like Mega Man X3's story, where pretty much just nothing important happens. I love both games, this game and Mega Man X3. Like, I love them a lot, but for the story though, not so much. Oh my gosh. But yeah, that was it for Mega Man 5. I'll say it's probably my fourth favorite NES Mega Man game. Honestly, this game is just often underappreciated at times. Like, it's easy. I do like some of the stage designs. Now, I'm not too big on some of the Wily castles in this game. I feel like Mega Man 4 was a lot better at that. And I also love the soundtracks. I think the best one is definitely Wave Man. Another one I like is Gravity Man. I love Gyro Man. Napalm Man is great, and I especially love the Dark Man Castle theme. It's literally probably my favorite one of the NES games. And Mega Man 6 has an even better castle theme, and it also has a super fire soundtrack. But yeah, my main drawbacks of this game is that some of the weapons are just are either not very useful or just flat out bad. Like, Power Stone is the worst classic Mega Man weapon ever. Like, I only ever use it twice, and both times are against Charge Man, who's weak to that weapon. Like, everybody craps on Top Spin, everybody craps on Charge Kick, but I take those weapons any day over Power Stone. Like, Power Stone sucks ass. Like, it is a terrible weapon. Anyways, that was Mega Man 5, and as usual for these Mega Man videos, I will be going to the database and then eventually the museum. Alright, so we got this right. So we got this Sniper Joe, who is titled Apache Joe? I don't know how to pronounce that. A mecha. Wait, why do they call it mecha? Whatever. A mecha piloted by an elite. Excuse me. by an elite Joe that taught itself to fly aircraft. However, the Joe is still a novice pilot. When it emerges, take it down fast. Oh wow, it says it's weak to beat, but it takes two shots to kill with gyro, man. So they're not too bad. Alright, Irukin. This ocean surveillance robot was modified to attack Mega Man. Try to learn the timing of its attacks. So yeah, they show up in Wave Man stage. And this is the mini boss of that stage, October. Wow, a pun to October. Very nice, Capcom. Dr. Wily modified this water quality monitoring robot. The core in its head is its weak spot. So yeah, I think it's probably the only mini boss in the game in which you can kill with it's the only mini boss in the game that does not have iframes. So that's one of the few times where the auto fire is useful. Come on. What is with these names? Production of this robot began in the prototype stage, but it was used anyway. It just travels in a straight path, making it a pretty low level enemy. That makes I guess that makes sense as to how it takes one hit from the Mega Buster. Oh, Geary, that's what they're called. And yes, they are weak to beat, as I did showcase in Darkman Stage 3. A mecha equipped with an anti-gravity unit, it can actually be destroyed by a certain weapon. Yep, we already know what that is. Okay, so I'm not gonna be reading a whole lot of these. This one's weak to gyro. Oh, Crystal Joe. A mecha made from crystals by Dr. Wily. Attack it after it fires off a crystal. Yep. Oh, these guys were in Gyro Man stage and in Darkman stage 3, I think. So, yep. I did kill these guys with Start Crash. Ooh, Kako? Don't take that out of context, but I think... Okay, so I had no idea that was the name of this enemy, but those speedrunners were always referred to these enemies as chicken jumps, where you were just like... You would have to like stand on the edge of the platform they're on and then get a successful jump, and which I didn't do in the video because I'm not that good at performing it. Made from a stolen robot that used to be a children's toy. Interesting. It's a given that the head is his weak point, right? Yep, and it's weak to napalm. It's weak to Napalm Man. Jet Bomb, in which we also saw in Napalm Man stage. Okay, so new shield attacker. New, improved, and more annoying than ever with its ground search system. It's useless to attack from the front. Okay, so it's pretty much they're pretty much the upgraded versions of the ones from Mega Man 4. Susie G, interesting name. The good old Susie from long ago has been given a gravity apparatus. Hope I pronounced that right. Despite the improvement, though, it cannot flip gravity. It can't flip gravity itself. Shame. Oh wow, these ones we saw in Starman stage. Its new Space Metal, forget to mention name first. Its new engines have enabled it to fly through the air while simultaneously rendering it unable to fire off shots. Attack it when it stops moving. Now we've seen this enemy so many times throughout the game. Sub-Beal, a mecha that was stolen and modified by Dr. Wily. It can be quite troublesome if you don't attack and defeat it from afar. So I did do that one strat though in Darkman stage 1 where I would just use the charge kick. Alright, so we got these enemies, which are clearly the inspiration for Neon Tiger from Mega Man X3, in which they are called Sumatran, a mecha that efficiently and viciously takes out intruders. It's extremely powerful, so take it out before it takes you out. Oh wow, and it does 6 damage. Yeah, it makes sense. A lot of speedrunners would struggle against those enemies there. Alright, so this is Taban, I think that's how you pronounce it. A surveillance robot that, in a rare turn of events, was actually created by Dr. Wily himself. Although it moves slowly, its shots are quick, so watch out. I already know that. Oh yeah, okay. So these enemies just explode. Yeah, they just explode whenever they notice Mega Man approaching. So alright, so this walker enemy is called Dak 1. I don't know how to pronounce these. Oh my god. I don't know how they come up with these names. It's so egregious sometimes. A walking piece of artillery made to attack Mega Man. It's very expensive to produce, so not a lot of them were made. Its camera eye is his weak point, and it's weak to Napalm Man, as I just showed earlier. I still can't believe I got off that I still can't believe I got off that jump in Starman stage where I managed to avoid him by I think it was like a small pixel. So thank God its hitbox isn't as wide. It isn't very wide. Oh, it's weak to Super Arrow. Alright. We got Twin Cannon. This thing that we saw in Waveman stage. Toss Machine, in which we saw in Wily stage 1. These things that we've seen throughout the game. Oh, this guy's weak to Waveman's weapon. Interesting. Modified from a surveying robot. It's sturdy, but it has no outstanding attacks to speak of. Oh yeah, and these enemies. So these enemies will react when either Mega Man approaches them or fires a shot. So yeah, they're pretty easy. Ooh, and this guy's called Power Muscler. Dr. Wily built this as an homage to a robot in a manga he read when he was young. Really? They mentioned a manga? That is hilarious. Oh yeah, and I mentioned in my Mega Man 4 video to where Dr. Wily has an obsession with skulls, and I question if he visited a cemetery when he was young. So I feel like that's something that he may have also done when reading a manga that he based his robot on. And he looks a lot like Gutsman, in which I think that's what the description might be referring to. It can't enter narrow passages, so attack it from a safe spot. Oh, weak to Napalm Man. I did not know that. Okay. Oh, okay. These are the ones that explode. Okay, so... Okay, they look like the one... Okay, so they look like that one enemy from Shadow Man stage in Mega Man 3. I might have missed something, but it doesn't matter. This was in Wave Man stage, just called V. Alright. Fujin. Oh yeah, okay, so this enemy is called Puka Pucker, and the speedrunners would use this guy to perform that one glitch in Crystal Man stage. So I think if you die, okay, so I already did. Alright, so just in case if anyone missed it, but if you die in the same frame as when the second Puka Pucker spawns, the game would just freeze. Well, not freeze, but like the game would just remain like for some reason the game will just not reset and Mega Man will not respawn. So I believe like it lasts like about maybe 30 or 40 seconds, and then Mega Man will just spawn right at the Crystal Man boss door, skipping literally 90% of the stage. It's probably the most insane glitch ever in the entire classic series. Like I could not believe it when I first saw that. It was insane. Alright, Puka Belly. Oh yeah, okay, it's the enemies that would just move towards you after being stationary, I believe. Yeah, okay, so it stops you just before registering enemies. Okay, so yeah, I recognize them. Bomb Throne. Okay, so these are the enemies that we saw in Charge Man stage and also Stone Man stage. Bombier. Wow, it's literally Jerry from Tom and Jerry. Kind of reminds me of that one episode where I think Tom's owner builds a robot, like builds a cat robot, and he chases Jerry and even tries to kill him. I love that episode. I love that episode so much as a kid. Missile, which only showed up in Napalm Man stage, in which I was able to avoid successfully without taking damage. Alright, Metal K1000. So yeah, you can easily. So I was able to. I'm so glad I was able to perform that super arrow trick in Charge Man stage, where I would skip these guys. Completely. So a freight carrying vehicle driven by a metal. Naturally, it can only be damaged when the metal's face is invisible. So yeah, they attack super quickly. So you have to time your slide the second they fire their shots. Alright, Metal Cannon. So yeah, enemies like this where they have much beefier health, even the auto fire is not going to be enough to instantly take them down. Metal Mommy. It was meant to deploy tiny metals, but they only actually emerge when the main body is destroyed from afar. And yep, and this enemy type had returned in the ZX games, both the original ZX and ZX Advent. Always so cool. Udon, and he's weak to Napalm Man. This robot was originally supposed to move while shooting guided missiles, but its development was cancelled halfway through, so it's completely immobile. The head is always the weak point with this sort of enemy, right? Wow, even the developers know that. That's so funny. Rider Joe, which we saw in Waveman stage, and yeah, I do hate how they come from behind, so they can't catch players off guard. Alright, this weird enemy, in which we only got to see once in Darkman stage 1. Alright, we got Lyric, not to be confused by that one Sonic Boom character, but they brought back this enemy from Mega Man 11, which is pretty interesting. The prototype of Puka Pelli, being a radar search type, it's rather slow. Take advantage of its low speed and beat it quickly. Alrighty, and yep, this thing that we saw in Charge Man stage. Okay, I thought OBS was messing up right there. Wow, they didn't even make artwork for this thing. They didn't even make artwork for the rolling drill. It's literally just a spray. It's literally just an in-game spray. That's really weird. Oh, wait to Gyro Man. Okay, I guess I could have used that. Oh wow, same enemies, just that they throw rocks. Except Darkman 1, a robot made to assassinate Mega Man. It's based on Darkman 2's design. What? Okay. Now why didn't we fight him? Why didn't we fight this one first? Weird. The more damage it takes, the faster it gets. Yeah, it's weak to Waveman. I probably should have used that. But B also works as well. Alright, so Darkman 2, the prototype of the Darkman series. It only uses an electromagnetic barrier without any other notable features. Find a way to deal with the barrier and you'll be fine. Yep. I already know that. And Darkman 3, in which thankfully I was able to exploit in order to gain advantage. The sniper mode Darkman. This one's lost the barrier but gained the ability to jump. Gain some distance and dodge the ring beam. Okay, so I forgot to mention when we fought against him, but if Mega Man is hit by those ring beams, he will be frozen. He will be frozen for a brief period of time, which will unfortunately allow Darkman 3 to get in some shots on him. So yeah, thankfully I did learn another trick. I cannot speak. I'm so sorry. I did learn another trick from speedrunners to where you can manipulate Darkman 3 into firing his shots upward because they're usually aimed towards Mega Man's position. So if you jump at the right time, the shots will go upwards instead of directly towards him. So that's how I was able to get that easy win. And this is Darkman 4, the strongest Darkman. Yeah, strongest Darkman, yet he loses to a freaking bird. Goodness. This one impersonated Proto Man. Dodge its shots with its short hops and you'll win the day. Alright, Big Pets. Nice. Circuring Q9. A giant robot that protects itself with a rain-like armor. You'll take damage if you try to chase it too far, so wait until it comes down from above before attacking. Yep. Wily Press. A mecha made because of the fact that Mega Man is vulnerable to attacks from above and below. Attack it when its hood comes off. It's really not that strong. Yep. Wily Machine 5 and Wily Capsule 2. Don't you mean Wily Capsule 5? Was that an error that Capcom made? Weird. And yep, he is weak to Beat, and thankfully, Beat will sometimes track Wily's positioning. I'm guessing if Mega Man is closer to Wily. It's just random at this point. Of course, we got the Robot Masters themselves. Gravity Man, he can control gravity, albeit within a limited range. Attack him when you fly past each other, which I tried to do twice in this video. Waveman, a robot made to control sources by drinking water. Okay, it's tough to dodge his jump attack after avoiding a water column. So yeah, I've done my best to avoid that, but it's not easy. Stone Man, made to control a mountain from which the hang gardens could be attacked. He cannot be damaged while he's falling apart. Am I still recording? Okay. Gyro Man. So I'm not really gonna read the descriptions for all these, but I'm pretty sure you guys can get the idea. Oh yeah, okay, so I love Charge Man's design. He reminds me so much of Thomas the Tank Engine, who was also a train. So I'm surprised he isn't called Train Man. Or maybe they thought it was just too generic, probably. Yeah, I guess I'll read this one. Disguised as an old system train, Isn't it annoying how you can only damage him when he's walking around? Yeah. Because sometimes he will do that dash move, and other times he will do his desperation attack where he's completely invincible. Alright, so Napalm Man, Crystal Man. So yeah, that's all for the database, and of course we're gonna be looking at the museum as well. Except here's Beat right here. I'm surprised there's no profile on him, as in the original instruction manual for the game claims that he was built by Dr. Cossack. He was built by Dr. Cossack in order to aid Mega Man after he owned up to his evil ways in Mega Man 4. Okay, so up Charge Kick, my second favorite weapon in this game. Oh yeah, by the way, I mentioned in my IDW Sonic Issue 7 review where Neo Metal Sonic did a fiery kick move to strike back at Sonic, and it reminded me so much of the Charge Kick from this game. It's pretty crazy, but I do love the artwork there. Charge Man. He looks so grumpy in this image. I don't know why. Alright, and I do love the art of Mega Man using his special weapons. It's always the coolest thing ever. Crystal Joe. Oh, what is that thing? What is that thing inside their helmets on their heads? Probably their brain. I'm gonna assume it's their brains, rather. Pretty unique. It's a pretty unique design detail. We got Dr. Thomas Light, of course. Dr. Wily pointing at me for some reason. What else we got? Gravity Hole. Oh wow, he looks like a badass right here. Like he's basically saying, "Stop it right there," as if he's like one of those he's as if he's like you know, the crosswalker stoppers. Or oh my god, just ignore what I said. I don't know what I'm saying. Anyways, gyro attack right here. Love the artwork. I love the artwork for that one. Ooh, Heroes art. Giving some Sonic Heroes vibes with Mega Man, Rush, and Proto Man. Some insane stuff. And what else? I like this one, but I did use a better render of Mega Man for the thumbnail for this video, in which we will be seeing momentarily. Napalm Bomb. A lot of people on the internet made jokes about this weapon, so it's really fun. Like, I don't know the context behind it, but it's just really funny every time. Okay, so this is called the new Rush Coil. So yeah, they placed a spring underneath Rush's body, and Mega Man has to jump on him, and then Rush will bounce upward. Again, I never understood this change. There was nothing wrong with it in the previous two games. Like, again, in Mega Man 4, I only used it once because I got the balloon in Pharaoh Man stage. I don't understand why they felt the need to change this, but I'm so glad it did not return in the future games. Thank goodness, because it really sucks. It sucks so bad in this game. All right, packaging USA. Wow. Okay, why was this not used for the USA box art for the game? It looks so much better, and Mega Man actually looks like Mega Man, rather than this character with a weird looking face that just happens to look like him. Like, it's better than the Mega Man 1 and 2 box arts, but still, it still looks so strange. I've never noticed Proto Man back there, but wow, he looks taller and buffier. Really weird. So yeah, packaging illustration for the game. So cool. Alright, Power Stone, again, it's the worst weapon, and it's the worst weapon in the entire classic series. Never liked it, never found it that useful. So yeah, it sucks. Like, I can never think of a weapon that's way more useless than Power Stone. Like, I will always stand by that. Okay, what else is interesting to look at? Star Crash looks so cool. Kind of wonder if that was Actually, no, I don't think Super Mario 64 was out at this time, but there are like some stars that you collect throughout that game. So, felt the need to bring that in. Up here it is, the Super Arrow. So yep, another reason why I love Mega Man 5 is the Super Arrow. So yeah, so another reason why I say that I often abuse tricks and techniques from speedrunners, and Super Arrow is definitely one of them. And I'm so glad that in Gyro Man stage I managed to get off the timing of when Mega Man reaches the screen transition and jumping at least like 1 or 2 frames before he reaches that screen, and then he still gains his momentum in the next screen, and that's how I was able to skip a portion of that stage. So, and I also did do it in Gravity Man stage, which is super easy to do, so you don't have to like deal with those cannon enemies and that Gutsman like enemies. So yeah, I love these Super Arrow, so I do recommend like check out some guides or just watching some speedrun videos like I did. So yeah, because again, for these videos are always more than casual playthroughs. So I will always abuse tricks, whether I'm fighting bosses or just trying to look for faster ways of progressing through stages. So yeah, Super Mega Buster. So yep, as I said, it's a lot more powerful than it was in Mega Man 4. The only drawback is that if Mega Man is hit while he charges his weapon, he will get interrupted and he will have to charge it all over again. Unfortunately, it happens again in Mega Man X6, in which I don't look forward to when I cover that game, and which will be next after this. We got Water Wave, cool stuff. I love Wily's expression there. Alrighty, character files. We got Beat right here. Love this bird. Charge Man. Why does he look so angry? He's so mad. I guess that is split. You can also see it in the boss fight where he just angrily walks towards Mega Man, as if he just wants to grab him or punch him in the face or something. Like, he looks so mad. Jeez. But that frown though is just so that frown there is just so funny. Alright, so Crystal Man. And look how happy Gravity Man is. Like, he's so pleased to be doing his job and compared to Charge Man. Jeez. But yeah, I mean, like, I love Charge Man's design. Okay, Gravity Man also has a pretty cool design, but Gyro Man's pretty weak. Napalm Man's alright. Oh wow, okay, we even got this for New Rush Coil. Okay, I guess. Oh, okay, I like Starman as well. Okay, Stillman is pretty interesting. Okay, so maybe the only least appealing one is probably, I guess, Crystal Man. Yeah, maybe Napalm Man. But yeah, that's all I could say on that. And concept artwork for some stages, like Gyro Man stage. I love the soundtrack for that. Proto Man's castle, even though this is not actually his castle. It's technically a it's technically another castle that Dr. Wily made. So he decided to make his next one. He decided to make his next one for backup, just in case if Mega Man defeats his Dark Man robots. Alright, boss submission contest ad for Japan. I just realized this is the same post. I realized this is the same pose that he does in Mega Man 4 on Game Boy when he gets a weapon after defeating a Robot Master. And fan club poster, which includes all the Robot Masters and some other mini bosses and a few other characters that we've seen for the past 5 games. So yep, it has all the Robot Masters that we've seen thus far. It's even got Dr. Cossack with Starman there. Oh wow, Skullman is using a right armor? What? Up, Drill Man, who just loves to dive underground just to annoy. Oh wow, poor Top Man, he's stuck under there. There's an E-Tank. Wow, Hardman and Stoneman together. They're literally besties. Oh wow, we got Dr. Cossack's daughter, Kalinka, riding on Rush there. Wow, Toadman doing the same thing that he does in his fight. And look at Wily right there. Look at Mega Man, he's adorable. Quickman is chilling. Bubbleman is No, that's Ringman. I got confused with Bubbleman, but yeah, Ringman is hiding right there. Behind this mech dragon boss from Mega Man 2, in which Iceman is being eaten by for some reason. But yeah, I love this. It's so cool. Oh wow, poor Crashman being grabbed by the Yellow Devil. I love this though. I love this. It's so cool. Anyways, I'm gonna get out of here right now. I spent too much time looking at all of this. So yeah, that is it for my one-shot video of Mega Man 5 as part of my retrospective on the classic Mega Man series. So yep, really hope you guys enjoyed it. As this run didn't go exactly as I planned, but I'm proud with some of these super arrow strats that I did in this game. So it was something. Yeah, that's it. So yep, that's gonna be it for Mega Man 5. Love this game, and I do believe it's underappreciated and it's very underrated. And I'm actually in a position to say that it's an underrated masterpiece. Like, I believe this game deserves a lot more love, a lot more credit than it deserves. So yeah, so anyways, for my next video in my classic Mega Man retrospective will be the final game on the NES, which is Mega Man 6, and I definitely look forward to covering this game as well. So that'll be it for me, folks. So yeah, I enjoyed going through this, and I do look forward to going through Mega Man 6. So anyways, hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and I will see you all in my next video. So peace out, take care, and stay safe.